Welcome to Watch It Played Table Talk Talkback. That's a mouthful, isn't it? We're going to continue the conversation that was started in our last Table Talk episode where I asked the question, how do you prefer to store your game pieces? And in this episode, we're going to focus on your responses. I'm going to pick a few of them to read out, and we'll talk about them a little bit. Getchwill, Mario Kuro, Spider Fingers 86, Crits Happen, and Yabo 93, and many others all jumped on quickly to say, Plano containers are something you need to consider. Yabo says, for Mice and Mystics and City of Remnants, I've moved all the tokens to their own 9-inch plano plastic container. It's really useful, as I don't need to separate anything, they're all right there. Mice and Mystics actually is the first game that I used a plano box for as well. Here's mine. And what's great about these is they have a very low profile. You see, they're not very high, but they have lots of separate storage areas, and you can actually pick up the little plastic separators and move them around in the container. So if you want to make a section wider or shorter, you can sort of organize it based on the game. So I have the dice, I have several of the miniatures. I think I have all of the smaller pieces to the game in here except for one of the miniatures. And this does, like Yabo says, make it very easy to get the game out and have everything already separated and put on the table very, very quickly. So I think these are a great solution too. And it's really something I need to do more of, honestly. All right, who we got next here? Dusk Raven 377. For sturdy tiles to keep them from sliding around large bins, I use simple rubber bands. This is a real problem in some games. You have those large tiles. I'm sort of facing this right now in Descent too. Getting it out again and remembering there's all kinds of tiles and they're different shapes and sizes. So I had them right now in a variety of different baggies, like large and small Ziploc bags, but I don't really like that. So maybe the rubber band might be the way to go. Pete Shirley says, small trays of battle foam work great in big box games. Now we've shown battle foam on the show before. I have this X-Wing Miniatures game battle foam insert, which is a foam tray that goes into the original box, but it is pre-cut to fit the different miniatures, as well as some of the different game components and parts. Now there's not a lot of these available for board games specifically. You can get them for Super Dungeon Explorer as well. Mind you, that's kind of a miniatures game. And Zombicide, which is kind of a miniatures game as well. I guess miniatures games, board game hybrids you can find in the Battle Foam line. But I think you'll see as board game becomes more and more popular, you're going to find more of these kinds of products being made for people like us who are a little bit OCD about how we store our games. ByJ33 says that for the Lord of the Rings card game, he built a cardboard insert to separate different kinds of cards. You really see this a lot, actually, in these card games, especially the collectible ones or the living card games, where the cards that you can have and play with just continue to grow and grow and grow. How do you store all these? I really like this insert that was created by Mr. Kraft. We showed this on the episode before. It's made out of I think an MDF material, creates the frame, and there's plastic dividers here that you can put where you want to partition the cards as you need. But as ByJ was saying, he actually just used cardboard and crafted one himself. So very handy, and there's lots of different ways you can be handy that way. For example, Clinton Coddington says, if he finds an insert lacking, he has a ton of black foam core that he keeps around and will make a better insert for the box. I don't have any black foam core. I should probably get some. This is white foam core I use for making some miniatures terrain. But this is great because it's thick. It's thicker than cardboard, thicker than paper. Well, I don't know if it's thicker than cardboard, but it's quite sturdy. And what's nice about it is it's got kind of a hard back on either side of it, and there's a foam in the middle. So if you just cut partway through, only halfway through and not the whole way, you can bend it and then create a frame, or you can create dividers as you want. So go on Board Game Geek if you're curious. You'll find lots of people who are creating these foam core inserts, and they look really nice and they're very functional. Davy Jones says he downloads tuck boxes or makes them from an online generator for the cards. So this would be, you go on Board Game Geek, I've seen them there. Someone creates a PDF or a document that you can print out, and then you print out on something that's a little thicker than paper, a thicker, so almost like a card stock, and then you cut out the shape and you can fold and turn it into your own card box. And oftentimes people will put iconography, some graphics on the box to match the game, so it really looks like it almost belongs with the game. Great idea. Bassman842 says, I'm not going to repeat what others have said, bags, sleeves, etc., but for Arkham Horror and its million expansions, I found a guy who made a storage unit totally in Lego. I've seen this one too. I'm going to put a shot of it up here on the screen right now. Very unique, creative, and you're definitely going to get some stares when you bring that out to the table. Lincoln2 says that for those smaller card sizes, like you'll find in Arkham Horror, they're smaller than the Magic the Gathering card size. You can put those into business card holders that you can find at an office supply store. That's a clever idea. I hadn't thought of that. Engineer Jeff says Ziploc freezer bags for the win. Jeff, I've done this too. Go to your grocery store, all kinds of Ziploc bags of different sizes, and sometimes the perfect size is there that you need for a game. I know I've gone through plenty of them. Gip Indy says Gerber baby food containers work out well for me. Sadly, my kids are too old now and my stockpile has emptied out. That's something I hadn't thought of. Maybe a reason to have another child? Probably not, but anyway, Gerber baby food containers. Gold as Insight Video says, I look for pillboxes, especially ones with removable dividers for the small pieces. I'd never thought of this as an idea before. So today I went out and bought one, actually, for this game, Castles of Burgundy. Now, if you've never played this game before, it actually comes with an insert. And at first glance, it looks like it'd be, quite useful. Look, there's all these different sections set out here. But the game comes, 6 different sections. The game comes with well over that in terms of the number of different kinds of pieces that come with the game. And you really need to keep these pieces all separate. Lots of little tokens. And when you place them on the board, they need to go face down. So you really want to keep them separate and in one direction if you can. So originally I had them all in these little Ziploc baggies, but of course you got to open up every baggie, you got to get the pieces out, you got to make sure they're the right side, and then of course when you put everything away, you got to put them all in those little baggies. So, pillbox. Now, I don't really like the fact it says Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday on here, and all this written on the top, but in terms of functionality, it's fantastic. So I've got every different type of token in its own little box. So I just pop these open, pull it out, and because there's not enough room in here for them to move around, I can keep them all facing in one direction. So that's great. I also used this old dice box that I had and threw the dice in here as well as the other tokens. So everything for the game is actually right here. So I really like this as a solution. So I'm glad you mentioned that Gold as Insight video. Tonda Boltar says, this may be sacrilegious to some, but I have often stored whole games in Ziploc bags for ease of travel and thrown out the box altogether. What? This is especially space-saving for games without boards like Settlers. The pieces and manuals get a little roughed up, but I like when games look well loved. Well, I gotta tip my hat to you, Tonda, because I'm not as relaxed and comfortable about my games getting banged up like that, but sometimes I wished I was. And listen, Tonda's not alone. Natural 20 Film says, we used to sleeve our cards, but my friends, and myself included, kind of like the cards better when they get worn. There's something about well-used game cards and components that we all really like. So there you have it. Not everyone is as concerned as maybe I am and some of you with protecting their game pieces, and they actually enjoy that. Listen to how far this obsession with protecting game components can go, though. Ultra Pro sleeve covers. Ultra Pro sleeve covers. These are not sleeves for cards. These are sleeves for your cards. Let me read the product description. Got some sleeves that aren't made anymore and want to protect them for a bit longer while playing? Then look no further. These bad boys are for you. So sometimes you get card sleeves and they have special graphics or pictures on them, and maybe you can't find those anymore and you want to protect the sleeves. Get sleeve protectors. Brother. Okay, so to wrap things up, we have a comment here from Crankbait4444. He says, I never liked card sleeves, so I don't use them. I just make sure my gamers have clean hands and respect the cards before playing. And I thought this was interesting because it could make for a future topic. What do you do when other players don't respect your game pieces? Maybe they got greasy fingers, or they're just being rough with them. Do you have examples of it? How do you manage that? How do you address it with them? Again, something maybe we'll talk about. I'll have to give that some thought. I want to thank all of you for your comments. I read all of them. Obviously, I can't respond to all of them or even feature them here, but I want to try to feature more and more of you as time goes on. But I want to tell you, we also have 13 video responses, which I thoroughly enjoyed watching these, seeing different people's different solutions for how they store their game pieces. If you want to check them out, go back over to the Table Talk episode 2. Just where the comments start, you'll see a section there for video responses. Click to view all, and you can watch them all if you want. But I'm going to leave you now with a few clips from some of them. Until the next episode, thanks for watching.
Hey Rodney, this is Daniel, and you asked, how do I store my games? Well, that's a strange question, because that's what box inserts are for. Agree? game creators put a lot of thought into box inserts to help you organize your games. And we should appreciate it. Thank you, Small World. And thank you. And you. See? Not a problem at all. And the more components, the better the box insert will be. Right? For extreme cases like this, I like to build my own box inserts. That's all just cardboard. It took a lot of measuring, but it saved me so much time during setup of a dungeon.
Then if you play HeroClix, a binder is great for the cards, and then for the other stuff, I suggest getting one of these, because you can put your, which is a tackle box. It's great with, for rule books, cheat sheet, and then you can put in like the object stuff that you need, that you could use for the game. That's where I put all of my figures, just inside here. I usually put them right here. And then when I'm done, I just put it up. I can put those up, close it. And this is coming from a tackle box. So it does a lot more than just for you to go fishing.
I use these storage boxes I got in the do-it-yourself store. As you can see, they have a different inlay. And they have, that's the most important thing, they have customizable, how you call them, bulkheads. So you get them with bulkheads like these. And you can easily fit them wherever you like, depending on whether you've got small tokens, like these ones, or large tokens like these ones, so you can customize how big your compartment is, and that's really really nice. I use these a lot.
This is Lords of Vegas. I love this game. I've had it forever and I totally love it. The cash money, the paper money that comes with it is horrible, and I think everybody can agree on that. So I've just put poker chips in here like most people do, and I put it in this, again, like $3 to $4 Plano box from Walmart. Everybody at Walmart thinks that I'm some crazy fisherman because I'm constantly buying tackle boxes and stuff, but I've never fished in my life and I'd be horrible at it.
I forgot about my first ever obsessive board gaming storage solution, which was to hold all of Dominion up to before Dark Ages. I took a $15 artist case and I filled it with custom-made, hand-assembled tuck sleeves. Each tuck sleeve holds all of the card, and on one side it has the description from the card. On the back side it has all the errata from the card, from the rule books, and each one holds it. So once you do your randomize, you just pull out the cards you need for the game, just slip, 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 and you're ready to play. Took way more time to build this than it will ever save playing the game.
Hi Rodney, hi Internet. A quick video to show my solution and extol the virtues of the little plastic ramekin. I was trying to figure out how to store everything for my game, Agricola, creatures big and small, and we have sheep and cows and horses and everything. So easy to take out and just start using. You can get 50 of these for like $3. I don't know, that's like 20 Canadian or something. Who wouldn't love a ramekin of tiny little horses?
This is my storage box. It was a gift from my wife a couple of years ago. She actually got this at a library auction online, but we have all of our WoW trading card game cards in here, and yes, as you can imagine, they are organized by different abilities, different classes, the whole 9 yards. So it's pretty intense, and I don't think many other people would have that type of storage box, but it works for me. I absolutely love it. It came out of an errant comment of me saying, man, I really wish I had like a card catalog to keep track of all these things. And next thing you know, my wife goes crazy and Mrs. Talks gets me a card catalog.
As a professional board gamer, I bet you have OCD-like tendencies when it comes to storing your game components. I know I do. Well, here at Jumping Out of Your Pants Productions, we've got you covered with a wide variety of useful products. First up, we got baggies. We got small baggies. We got big baggies. How much are these pretty polyethylene products? We got bags for a dime and bags for a nickel. That's nickel bag, not nickel back. Even I wouldn't subject you to that tale of musical horror. For the busy gamer on the go who doesn't have time to zip and unzip baggies, we offer a deluxe line of game storage devices called Really Useful Boxes. The name says it all. Moving on. We've got GMT counter trays when plastic bags just won't cut it, though we've certainly cut these. Counter trays are the perfect way to get your gamer organization OCD under control as you sort your chits and tokens to your heart's content.
But one of the greatest inventions since sliced bread has got to be the Hugo's Amazing Tape. This stuff is the greatest stuff. I love it. It's perfect for keeping cards like this together in little packs so they don't slide around, they don't get beat up too bad in the box. This stuff, Hugo's Amazing Tape, it's a little expensive, but well worth the money.
So that's it. Maybe I gave you some ideas. Keep up the good work. Until next time.